Hello class, my name is Taylor Guerra and this is my final presentation for Korean pop culture. So to break the ice, I chose my topic to cover over alcoholism in Korea. It's sort of a weird topic, maybe not too interesting compared to some of the other topics I'm sure that will be covered by other students, but I chose it because whenever we learned about the Korean drinking culture module, I was very impressed with the tradition, the culture, and the reasons for drinking in Korea. I loved learning about the etiquette and having to serve others when considering your own stance in the group that you were drinking out with, and how many different variations there were. So whenever you would do business meetings or just social hangout with your friends or even meeting with your family, everybody has a specific role whenever it comes to meeting up and for their portion of the drinking part. So as much as I loved learning about it though, I couldn't help but wonder if since there was so much drinking implied with casual social hangouts and even business and familial meetings, if the alcoholism rate is higher since drinking is very heavily implied when considering social events. It's basically a must. So I wanted to find out the answer for myself because I thought that the topic would be interesting to learn about. So overall, the answer is yes. So the reason why I chose the topic is because I like the traditions and reasons for drinking in Korea. I chose the topic because it was a question I wanted answered myself and the topic piqued my interest. So the answer is yes. South Korea has the highest average amount of liquor consumed by a person of drinking age average per week. South Korea is also home to the most alcoholics compared to any other country in the world. Alcohol-related social costs amount to more than $20 billion a year. This is according to the Ministry of Health and Welfare estimates. And the daily alcohol consumption in Korea has almost doubled between 1990 and 2016 to 2018. So South Korea does have the highest average amount of alcoholism compared to every other country in the world. And I want to say that a huge part of it is because of soju. Soju is a huge part of the culture. And whenever you drink it, it pretty much tastes like nothing. And there's a huge alcohol rate in the drinks. Whenever you drink it, you're drinking liquor, but it's easy to forget that because it tastes like a cocktail. So South Korea is the country with the world's worst drinking problem. It is cheap, considered a must if you want to get ahead in business, and viewed as a way to relieve stress in a society with some of the world's longest working hours. South Korea's drinking culture is a huge part of social and the business scene in Korea, and soju accounts for 97% of the country's spirits market. So I had this chart here, and it shows the average amount of liquor consumed by per week in shots for every country. So South Korea is here at number 1, and they drink 13.7 shots of liquor per week on average, which is the most in the world. And there's 44 other countries analyzed. Russia comes in next at 6.3, Philippines at 5.4, and then USA, they're number 5, coming in at only 3.3. So I thought that the USA's drinking scene was out of the world. So I'm sure in South Korea, it's very much more likely. So at the end of the day, though, it's hard to imagine a culture in South Korea without the drinking aspect. It's a part of their tradition and who they are. And liquor is something that can be seen as something shared between friends and family. It can even be seen as uplifting. So hopefully over the years, the South Koreans can slowly diminish the high rates of alcoholism. And this is my list of resources, and thank you so much for joining me on my presentation. Have a good day.